Good morning to all, and to all a good morning. I see you driving down the highway. You are forlorning. I will throw you in the fire, then you will be burning. I hate you. I love you. Your urine is yearning. Oh, yo, that was a sick freestyle. Motherfuckers don't want me get back in the game. I'm gonna kill it. What's up, motherfuckers? May 15th, Tuesday morning, 2018. Got an excellent podcast for you today, but you know what I got to do before I even get into all that. This episode of the podcast is brought to you by DeMichele's Barbershop and Emporium, located at 6 Kirby Road in Cromwell, Connecticut. Cromwell, exit 21 off of I-91. DeMichele specializes in all types of men's haircuts and hot shaves. Services are available by appointment only, which can be made conveniently online at DeMichelesBarbershop.com. That's DIMICHELES Barbershop.com, or by calling 860-502-3540. Gift cards are available in any denomination, and they also offer my own personal favorite, their own water-soluble pomade. So go get a fresh cut, a clean shave, and an awesome product, and tell them Ben sent you. DeMichele's Barbershop and Emporium, responsible barbering. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I have my first podcast with 4 guests. I have a crew of chefs that have banded together and started a gang. These guys are dangerous, and their food is flavorous. So, motherfucker, don't be washing them dishes, because that shit is laborious. Oh, shit. Bars! My boys, The Resistance. Carlos Perez from 4 Restaurant in Farmington. Sean Butler from Francesca's Wine Bar and Bistro, Collinsville. Xavier Santiago, Trattoria Toscana, Manchester. Mike the Tarantula Taranjo, Max Tavern, Springfield. These gentlemen have forged a friendship, and they have banded together to start a crew that they call The Resistance. They're essentially a gang of chefs, and these dudes work at some pretty cool restaurants, and they're doing things. They're doing tasting menus. They got their first dinner coming up on Tuesday, May 29th at Trattoria Toscana. It's called the Resistance Dinner. The menu is called the Flower Moon. If you want tickets to this dinner, and it will sell out today, please call Trattoria Toscana to reserve your seat. $75 tasting menu. They're gonna do like the fucking 10 courses, but they said it might even be more, because some of these courses have auxiliary plates that come off the side. These dudes know what the fuck they're doing, and the way they talk about the food that they love to make shows in this podcast. I had a really good time with these dudes. These are 4 younger chefs that are all very, very humbled at one point, and all very, very hungry and waiting for their fucking turn in this area. Shit like this really gets me excited, because, this is Connecticut. This is not New York City. This is not Chicago. This is not the Bay Area. Like, our food scene is not like the rest of the countries, but it is growing, and it has some awesome players in it. And when I see dudes like this get this excited for food, I get really fucking excited, because guess what? I'm gonna eat that shit. These are my boys. We're about to get into this shit real quick, but let me tell you real quick. Let's see if we got any events coming up right now that I need to let y'all know about. What do we got here? Nope. Oh yeah. May Creative Cocktail Hour, Real Artways. It is the Creative Cocktail Hour, May 17th. I don't know what the fuck day that is. Thursday. That's Thursday, this Thursday, 2 days from now at Real Artways. If you've ever been to a Creative Cocktail Hour, it's nice out now, so they'll probably be doing it outside. It's a bunch of motherfuckers from the area getting together, drinking cocktails, talking about art and shit. It is at Real Artways. You will probably see me on the premises. When I was younger, I had a band with 2 of my friends, and we made a song about our friend Wayne, or her friend Daryl, his dad Wayne, and it went, "Get off the premises!" Don't know why I just said that, but whatever. Lori Markowitz's 40th birthday. Lori, if you're listening, I love you. you live in New York City, I can't come down there on a fucking Friday because I have to work this Saturday. But if I didn't, you would see me. I love you. You're a great mother. Happy Mother's Day. You're 40 years old. You're as old as me, you fucking bitch. I love you. Have a great night. What else do we got here? What the fuck is this fucking craziness here? Saturday, May 19th. Enter Joey Bat's 36th chamber. It's his birthday. Did this motherfucker really make an event for his own birthday? Yes, he did. Yup, Saturday at 3 p.m. Please read Heart. So every year I usually do a big birthday show, music, bar, club, food, theme, motif, the whole 9 yards. Oh, do you, Joe? Many of you have been around for the ride, along with Joey Bats and them, and now Uzu. This year is a little different. I have been putting all of my energy into purchasing a house here in my beautiful city of Hartford. I invited you to this day with me and to party a little bit with me, my family and my friends. I am ringing in my 36th birthday with a housewarming party where a DJ will be spinning nothing but Wu-Tang all damn night. We are going to keep the party going all night. Stay as long as you want. Hopefully my new neighbors won't hate me. That sounds like the worst idea ever. Like, if I was moving into a house and I wanted my neighbors to, like, think I was actually half of a professional, I wouldn't be throwing a house party where all I played was Wu-Tang Clan. And he gives his actual address. Oh, man, this is fucking crazy. What a maniac. Joe, I love you. I'll probably be there. I wouldn't go unless they were playing Wu-Tang Clan, though. Yeah, whatever. May 19th, everybody say happy birthday to our friend Joey Bats. He's your best friend. I think that's it for the week. The 20th, I don't know why it's not on here, but my girl, Andrea Cortez is having that, I don't know what they call it, the weird flea market or the weird tag sale, alternative tag sale or some shit. Let me pull up the picture to this shit. I took a picture of a flyer the other day, and yeah, my phone doesn't want to open up my goddamn pictures. Where the fuck is it? Bohemian tag sale, Sunday, May 20th, 10 to 4. And that is at 56 Arbor Street, Tainted Incorporated. 20 plus vendors, artist vendors, original art, vintage items, funky clothing, home decor, and weird stuff. What happens when artists have too much crap? I'll be there. I like shit like that. That might be cool. That will be cool because my girl Andrea is doing it and she doesn't slack. That's enough for the goddamn events. Let's get into this podcast. We got the Resistance. These dudes are having a sick dinner. Go get the motherfucking ticket. I'll be there. And you can expect a review, an honest review, in the weeks to come afterwards. So everybody, without further ado, my new friends, Carlos Perez, Sean Butler, Xavier Santiago, and Mike Tourangeau, the Resistance.
I break bread, break bread, break bread, break bread, break bread, break bread, I break bread, break bread, break bread, break bread, break bread, I break bread, break bread, break bread, break bread,
Good morning.
I don't know. I smoke.
Good morning. It's Tuesday morning, May 15th.
It's afternoon.
2000. Well, when they hear this, it'll be 7 o'clock in the morning. 2018. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I have the Resistance. They're a gang. They're violent. Their food is violent, and it's going to take everybody by storm in the central Connecticut area. I have Carlos Perez from 4 Restaurant in Farmington, Sean Butler from Francesca's Wine Bar and Bistro in Collinsville, Xavier Santiago from Trattoria Toscana in Manchester, and Mike the Tarantula Tourangeau from Max Tavern in Springfield, Massachusetts. Hello, boys. How are you?
Yo, what's going on, man? How's it
You
going, man?
are a young bunch.
That's the whole point.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
That's not that young. How old are you?
31 in June.
You look fucking 21.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you that right now. How old are you?
31.
31?
35.
Xavier is 35.
Yeah, I'm the young of the bunch.
So Xavier is like the dad.
Yeah.
Well, he's the leader. I already
He's the
get
OG.
I already get
When you
that
say
vibe
picking
that
up
he's
kids,
like the
yeah.
leader. Oh man, this is going to be a good one. I am pleased to have these gentlemen here with me today. They are all chefs from the area, and we're going to have a little talk about this. Their roots, where they came from, where they want to go, and this particular dinner they're doing on Tuesday the 29th at Xavier's restaurant, Trattoria Toscana. We'll get into that afterwards, but let's go down the line. Tarantula,
Yo.
let me know where you started and like
Where I started?
your roots. Like where was your first cooking job?
It was at Old Lime Inn.
Okay.
And I was living down there and going to high school there. 15 years old, working as a dishwasher. And one of the Hispanic cooks that he had, he throws a big old fucking pot of lobster biscuit to chef. Fuck you, man. I was working with Chef Bob at the time, dude. He's cool as shit. And, once you hire one of them, you get their brother, their sister, their mother, their uncle. You got the whole family. Well, nobody showed up to work. And he had a wedding party of like 70 and a la carte service on top of that. And I was like, all right, I guess we're, going to get weird tonight. This is going to suck. He's like, hey, Mike, he's freaking out. Anybody that can cook? I'm like, I got this. He's like, yeah, well, and who's going to dishwash? I'm like, I got that too. Cocky little fucking prick I was. So, he quickly showed me a couple salads, desserts, and a quick temperature on a meat, and we killed it. At the end of the night, 2 a.m., he fires me. I was like, what the shit?
So he only used you for that one night and then fired you?
Yeah, no, actually, he fired me from dishwashing. He goes, no, now you're a line cook. And he brought me around. I was like, all right. 15-year-old kid, dude, I was almost in tears.
That's awesome, dude. That's really
But
cool.
that's how I got my start. I was just watching those line guys. They were cool as shit. And I
That's
was like,
what-
I want to be you guys. I want to do this.
Well, yeah,
And I
that's
just got hooked.
That's what the dishwasher does if he wants to cook.
If.
They could be there just washing dishes.
And
for
I
the
got
rest
those
of their
guys too,
life.
and they love it.
Yeah.
They're happy as pig and shit just washing dishes.
And they're good at it.
Yeah.
And you can depend on them.
oh, yeah.
All right. Mr. Butler,
How's it going?
how are you?
Good.
Move up on that mic.
All right.
Move your chair up a little bit. Don't be shy. So you are from Francesca's in Collinsville,
That's correct.
and I hear nothing but good things about that restaurant.
Well, thank you. We're definitely trying. It's been a long road, but
Put both of those muffs on your head. What do you think you are, fucking George Michael at fucking Live Aid in Africa in 1987? Where did you start working?
I started actually at the landing zone in Harwington.
Oh shit, with the alligator bites?
Yup. Cajun Joe's.
Dude, I want to go there, man. Everybody tells me that they got fucking banging wings. Is it true?
Yeah.
So you started there. Where do you live? Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Burlington.
Okay.
So when we were in high school, Burlington and Harwington, the high schools and middle schools were conjoined because there weren't enough people in the town pretty much.
So you started there. How did you get out of there and into the slot that you're in now?
Well, I mean, I started there just washing dishes like most people.
Uh-huh.
I had no idea I wanted to cook at that point, and just kind of fell in love with it. The rush of a Friday night, the night went by like that. Me and my friends used to go out back and drink beers and burn cardboard boxes and stuff like that. And I thought that was, the coolest thing in the world, at the time. And I just kept cooking. I just kept going to better restaurants and, talking to that chef. He just kind of pointed me in the right direction, at the very beginning, early stages, and just said, just keep working your way up. And I just kept trying to find the next best thing, the next cool thing. And, after culinary school, I could pretty much go anywhere and do anything at the time. So
Where did you go?
I went to Necky up in Vermont.
Okay.
Did you guys go to culinary school? No?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Where'd you go, Carlos?
It was the French Culinary Institute. It's
Oh, nice.
ICC now.
Yeah, ICE or whatever, or it used to be called ICE, right? Or no, that's
that was a
the.
different one in New York. I think that was like in the central Manhattan. ICC is down. It's like down by Soho area.
Okay. Cool.
But-
And you did not, right, Xavier? No. Okay. So, tell me just so we can get out of the way, tell me the story that you were talking about before when we were talking about the chef and what happened with your restaurant, how you like got into it, if you don't mind.
No, I don't mind.
I think it's really interesting and powerful. That's why.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a story for sure. Basically, I was looking for my next career move. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do at the time. I was living right down the road from one of my buddy's restaurants in Collinsville, and he needed help and knew I was, a great chef, and saw that I, worked my butt off for pretty much 10 years working for all these great chefs, and he was excited to have me come, and we were excited to, make Collinsville a destination. And I started there working with him, and my second day, we had come in and the police was there, ambulance, and he had passed away, unfortunately, of a drug overdose. And that was, definitely a shock because we had gone to high school together and, known the kid for years and had similar friends and stuff like that. And, his family had asked me to, kind of take over the restaurant for him. And, I started working as their head chef, and everyone kind of seemed to like what I was doing. And eventually they just kind of wanted to get out of there, and, had a hard time with the loss of their son and everything like that, and offered to sell the business to me and my family. And, me and my dad had always kind of talked about wanting to open a restaurant someday. It was always that conversation, someday down the road, maybe, and eventually, something just fell into our laps. It was kind of weird how it happened, and I wasn't really sure what my next move was. And, I was ready to be a chef. I was ready to open my own restaurant. I just kind of got, sick of working for other people. Cooking is almost like an art, and, it's kind of hard when you're like
it is an art,
forced to like paint other people's paintings. You know what I mean?
True.
It's like eventually you gotta, get up and do your own thing. And, this is a perfect opportunity for me and my dad to start a restaurant together. And
I think that's so sick.
Yeah.
That's a very cool story. That's awesome, man. I definitely want to get out there. I love Collinsville. I spent a lot of time there when I was younger. And I just think a lot of people, there's nothing else there. There's the Crown and Hammer, right?
Yep, Crown and Hammer's down the road.
But as far as like a restaurant on your scale, there's nothing else, right?
Not really, no.
There's nothing there.
No one else really tries to do too much high-end stuff.
And even once you go into like Canton, there's nothing that way either.
Yeah, I guess probably headed towards Millwrights would be the next,
like
guy.
the other way into like Simsbury.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's fucking awesome. That's fucking great. All right. We're going to come back to Mr. Butler in a little while. We're going to move it on down the line to Mr. Carlos Perez.
What's going on?
I like your restaurant. Get up
What,
on there.
four?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool spot.
I've eaten there before and I do like it.
It's definitely unique.
How long have you been there?
I've only been there for like 2 months now. I started.
So you weren't there when
March.
I ate there. I ate there maybe like how long has that restaurant been open?
A little over 2 years.
You know who put me onto that? Niles from
Niles?
Millwrights.
From Millwrights?
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Niles Crane from the show Frasier. No, I was talking to Niles one day, and he brought it up like 3 separate times, and I was like, well,
I see him in there once in a while.
it's obviously good if he's talking about. I think we were at a driving range, hitting golf balls. He's like, you got to go to this fucking place 4. And I was like, all right. And then I just knew about Naples Pizza. I didn't even know that there was anything in that little cutback over there. And we went, and it's different, dude. Well, give me a little backstory on the people that own the restaurant and the design that went inside that restaurant, because it's a little crazy.
It's different.
Yeah, it looks like you're walking into a fucking Aladdin's fucking carpet, but it's cool.
But in a strip mall.
Yeah, yo, you wouldn't even if you fucking astrally projected yourself there and you didn't know what was outside, you definitely wouldn't fucking know you were inside of a strip mall.
No,
No,
not a
absolutely
chance.
not.
It's not even really a strip mall. It's like a building. You know, what's next to it? That fucking liquor store? Is that
Yeah,
liquor
the liquor
store?
store and
And
there's a jewelry
Starbucks.
store on the other side.
And the Starbucks. Okay. Yeah, I went there. I didn't get anything crazy as far as entrees. I just got a bunch of small plates. And I'll tell you right now, dude, everything was fucking good. I really liked everything. There was these weird, there was these tables in the bar that's almost like a sofa seat, pushed up high.
Raised up, yeah.
I've never seen anything like that in my life. Like, and it wasn't uncomfortable, but then there's these little step down areas that go into like these weird little bungalows where people can eat at low tables, and then there's your regular tables.
Yeah,
like
it's cool shit. I know Kurt, the owner. I forget the designer's name, but before he opened up he used to own Mondo up in Middletown.
okay, I love Mondo.
Yeah.
He ended up using the designer for that to do this place.
It's really weird because those are two different looking restaurants.
yeah.
Yeah, I was there last week, and there's just for no reason, there's a chain link fence. Like, there's like the front door, there's the bar side, and the diner room side, and there's just like a 4-foot piece of chain link fence. And my girl's like, "Why do you think that fence is there?" And I go, "I don't know. It looks cool. It looks urban. You know what I mean?" But yeah, I would never have thought that that's the same person.
Yeah.
that's very cool.
We're actually remodeling one of the back rooms at 4 right now.
What do you guys
It's that
have?
room where all the couches and stuff are.
Yep.
We're actually going to put in booths and banquettes and some more seating and stuff.
Is that where we're gonna do our dinner when we do it there?
Yeah, most
Yeah.
likely.
Cool. Very cool.
Unless
I'll
we just take
definitely
the whole place. But
Yeah.
I would definitely be into going to that. I really think that's a really cool spot. And the fucking weird thing is, like, the only people that I have ever spoken to that know or will talk to me about that is like food industry people. Your like regular Joe doesn't know what it is. It's very weird. Like, unless you live in Farmington, like, you obviously might know about it.
Yeah.
But I'm probably I will be eating with you very soon because I just like I want to see what you do.
I look
Because
forward to it, man.
I had what that guy did. A couple. Who was the old chef there?
Isaac Hunter.
And where did he go?
I'm not sure where he is right now. He came from Grant's originally,
Okay.
but yeah, Kurt's good friends with Billy Grant and stuff, so he kind of streamlined that way and got into 4.
Cool.
But
It seems like everybody is nowadays.
What?
Everyone knows Billy Grant at some point, you know what I mean?
Like, he's kind of like a staple, like he's like the Guy Fieri of West Hartford.
and
like,
now it's like Tyler.
yeah, Tyler's a little cooler, but Billy Grant's like that. He's like that dude. Like, you don't eat in West Hartford Center and not know about the guy. Like,
He has his name in fucking highlights.
he's the guy. Yeah,
Right
he's
in
the guy.
Farmington.
Like, that's his shit. And he's opened up a couple other restaurants to do his other things. But like, Grant's is a staple, Brico's a staple, and what else does he do?
Brico over in Glastonbury.
He does the other Brico.
Yeah.
There's 2 Bricos.
Yeah, and then that's really it, right?
Yeah. Now you're looking at Dorian and Ari, what they're doing.
the fucking Trevor,
Dora restaurant
Trevor
group. Yeah,
there, and all that
Schmiller's
other
over
shit.
there.
And yeah, man, West Hartford Center is kind of like popping right now. There's like, they could use some difference. Do you guys ever eat at Zohara? Were you at Zohara for a while? No, but you cooked at a fucking thing there. That's why I always fucking put you in that boat. All right, we're gonna move down to line. Last but not least, Mr. Xavier Santiago. Yeah, that's right. Just scrape that motherfucker right past there.
My bad. What's going on?
How are you?
All right.
So you work at Trattoria Toscana in Manchester. Where in Manchester is that? Is that near the Green?
It is like half an hour. It's like maybe like 15 minutes from downtown Manchester.
Like whereabouts? So it's not like Cavies area. Like
No.
it's not like down the street. Like it's not near like Manchester Community College area.
Actually, no. It's like the Manchester Community College is probably like 10 minutes from us.
Okay.
So we kind of located in the middle of nowhere, which is pretty awesome because
I like that.
we have a
Yeah.
crowd, and people actually go there for a reason. We basically have no support. We have a highway behind us and a whole bunch of houses, and that's all there is to it.
And people are still coming, so that says something about the food.
The food and the service and the location. Put in a lot of money into the location to be what it is right now.
And you're primarily an Italian restaurant,
Yes.
like classic Italian, Northern Italian.
More like classic Italian, and by classic Italian, I mean more like what an American Italian would be.
Yeah.
So we cater to the crowd that we cater, and the difference between what we do and your average location is that we buy very good, high quality ingredients, and we do it the right way. Like most places, for example, I'm gonna go say chicken parm, throw it in deep fry, sauce it up, and
that's that.
use cheap cheese and whatever. Us, the chicken that I get is no hormones, all natural. We pound it. We pan fry it to order, cast iron. Like we use fresh mozzarella sauce. We make the sauce every other day. So it's sick. I mean,
Oh, hell yeah.
So I think what we do it at a good level.
Oh yeah, that's the one dish that I can make that will come together all at the same time. It's the only dish I've ever made in my whole life where I could be like, all right, there's spaghetti, this, that, boom, boom, and it all comes together at the same time. Anything else, I'm fucking it up. My whole life, that's the only dish.
And it's delicious. I mean, people love it, and it's like I said, something simple, but like I've always thought that simple food is the hardest to make because you could fuck it up.
Yeah, and it's the thing that people like chicken parm. Like, I've had some chicken parm where I'm like, yo, this shit is fucking gross. But I've had some chicken parm that I'm like, I dream about. Like, and I'm like, holy fuck. Like, how can there be such a fucking spectrum? You know what I mean? And yeah, like, it's
because you're doing things the right way.
And it's like people that are just like, fuck it, I'm gonna bang out all these chicken parms tonight and not like care about them. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's the one thing.
I understand. It's like a hamburger. You can make a fucking shit hamburger, or you can make the fucking hamburger that'll make you fucking, you know.
It doesn't always have to be fancy.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's the same cooking techniques. It doesn't matter what you're making, you know.
And the different spins chefs put on things. Like I know chefs that I would be like, I would get this from him, but not that. Yeah. And this dude does this good, but I'm not really gonna fuck with his fucking this part. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Do you guys all bill yourselves as multifaceted chefs, or do you think you're stuck into a small like a little area, or are you gonna like branch out and to do something you haven't done before? Tarantula.
Nah,
you talk a good game. You talk like you could do everything.
I'm a decent cook at all things. I mean, I'm good. I don't know if I'm that great.
What's your favorite? When you cook, what is like boom, done, don't even gotta think about it? Like, what kind of like shit are you cooking?
Yo, anything.
Really? What are you afraid of? Like, if somebody was like, yo, we got to learn how to do this, and you'd be like, I got to do my homework on that. Like,
if I got to do my homework on something, it's going to be more like pastry.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to measure. I want to feel. I want to feel the food. Because I don't have the time for that.
Fermenting is big now. But the thing is, like, if you can do regular food and pastry, you're kind of a fucking whiz.
I can do pastry.
Yeah.
I can do it just fine. But, like, I can't do it. Wow. Like, I can cook you up a 15-course tasting menu, no problem. And every single dish is going to have a wow factor. But, you know, you throw the desserts in the spectrum. Hell, that's why I have a fucking pastry chef.
True.
And she's good, too.
Really?
No, she's real good.
What's her name?
Laura.
Okay.
Laura Capagia. She's, like, amazing.
Those, like, I got a sweet tooth, so all my friends that are pastry chefs, I have, like, a really personal relationship with them.
This girl's got it.
Okay.
She has everything, like, dude, she's amazing.
So if you're
one of the best pastry chefs I've ever had.
If you're listening and wondering, Mike works at the Max Tavern in Springfield that is adjacent to the Basketball Hall of Fame.
It's right in it.
It's in it,
yeah,
right?
It's in it.
It's the other side of the building, right?
The main entrance of the building is my patio. Like,
okay.
I mean, it's right there.
Okay, cool. All right. So you just got a little bit acclimated with these gentlemen. They're doing a dinner on Tuesday, May 29th. Who wants to spearhead the talking operation on letting people know about this dinner that's going on?
I mean,
everybody why are you pointing at me?
Or you guys could jump around.
Before we even jump into like the actual dinner, we
tell me like how you guys started it.
The Resistance.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you probably have. It's in Terminator. One of the last ones.
Listen, bro.
Yo, when you were texting me,
this motherfucker. So the other night, right? So my girl, I'm 40. She's 33. I hope I got that right.
Hey, you better.
She knows Terminator, but I don't think she's ever seen Terminator 3. Okay? So we're about to go to bed the other night. For some reason, I wasn't fucking tired. She hit the bed. She's done. I go on Netflix. What's on? Terminator 3. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to watch Terminator 3 all alone and just get weird, right? So I'm watching Terminator 3, and he is texting me at the same time. I was like, dude, you know what's crazy? I just heard John Connor tell fucking this girl about the Resistance, and he's like, who? What?
Wait,
oh,
wait,
yeah.
wait.
And he's like,
right.
oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. So you got it from... I'm blown away right now that there's a crew of chefs out there that have taken the name Resistance because it's pulled from a Terminator movie. I'm in all the way right now. Tell me why and what and when and where.
Okay, so the Resistance, and it happens not only in Terminator, but like worldwide, when you get a group of people that are going to stand for something.
They're sick of something.
Exactly, and we pretty much got to move up and do what we got to do. And I made a post a couple of days ago about not everyone is going to fit in a circle. Not everyone is going to have the same people following them. Not everyone's going to have the same support that other people have. Mm-hmm. So one day I'm like sitting down, I'm like, I got this idea of the Resistance, like, you know, who the fuck will want to join this shit? Because it's not a rebel act, but it's a stand-up. So I send Mike
You sent me, yeah.
And I'm like, I got this fucking idea. This shit called the Resistance. Like, oh, let's talk about it, da-da-da. So I'll break it down to him. At the same time, I'm friends with Carlos on Facebook and had just recently became friends with Sean. And Mike reached out to me like, yo, this kid Sean, we should go check him out. This shit's legit. I mean, I'm like, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, we went through some people before we even decided like who we actually wanted in. Though, like it was like a selection process.
I know you don't want to make it public, but when we're done, I want to know who didn't make the cut.
So we kind of like did the first meeting at 4. Mm-hmm. I wasn't actually. I was on the phone because I had my kids, and it was. It kind of went from there, but like the good thing about it is like, and before this whole dinner and everything started, like I said, it's not a rebellious move against any chef.
Yeah, you're not being like fuck you. You're just doing your own thing.
Because I think there's Connecticut has a lot of talent. You mentioned Niles being one of them,
and it's growing.
Exactly, needs to be exposed. Nothing take away from like Billy. I don't give a fuck when nobody say Billy is one of the hardest working motherfuckers.
Oh hell yeah, you have to be where he is.
Dude, before Billy started doing brunch at Grant's, I used to do brunch specials with him. Mm-hmm. And I show up at 7. He was at 6 o'clock in the morning already making home fries and everything. It was by himself.
That's awesome.
Like the dude is for me. It gave me that passion. Like this dude, you know, he's
still that
made it,
big,
and he's still
doing
hungry.
that. Yeah.
So I think. Doesn't matter how big you get or how much you accomplish or how much you have or don't have, whatever the fuck you want to call it, you always have to stay hungry for more. Mm-hmm. You know? And I think the Resistance is
the minute you don't is when you start making them shitty chicken parm.
Exactly. Yep.
That's what we were just talking about, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
That's for real.
Hell yeah.
Ben's just trying to
great,
turn
man.
a paycheck, pretty much.
Yeah, that I know
It's
a lot of
stagnant
people.
feel.
Yeah, dude, and it's not even like cooking. I know people that work like in my industry that are just there for the paycheck and don't give a fuck about their patients. I know cooks that are just there for the paycheck and they don't give a fuck about how you like the food. You know what I mean? And then there's the people that do give a fuck.
And the people that do give a fuck end up being like us, where it's, you know what, X comes to me with this idea and I'm like, yo, let's appreciate, you know, our elders and appreciate that, you know, what they've taught us and what they've done for our industry, et cetera, et cetera. And, you know, they taught us a lot. We learned from them, but we're here.
Yeah.
We're here and we're not going anywhere. And we're ready to make our stand to show you guys that keep pushing.
I love
because
that.
we need you to push us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Why would you want to work in a place where nobody's really trying to do anything? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're just restaurants to go eat at. If you're not trying to like top someone or make some shit that nobody's ever had, like as a customer, I'm not probably gonna fuck with you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Or if you can't make a chicken parm.
Yeah, I'm not going.
That is a wrap. Yo, so for the 29th, obviously the event, the first dinner of this 4 series is gonna be at Trattoria Toscana in Manchester. But the idea behind, we all spoke about it, but we're gonna give the mic to Sean because he kind of came up with the Flower Moon theme, so he could enlighten you guys on what's going on with that.
Yeah, the Flower Moon idea I think me and Mike were talking about the date.
We came up with like the full moon or the Willy Wonka idea and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I googled like when the first flower moon was, or when the first moon was, and I was like, "Yo, full moon May, end of May. Like we might be able to do this outside type."
And you're like,
do
it's a flower moon. I'm like,
So
what's
it's
flower
one of
moon?
those. It's one of those like named full moons, like blood moon,
Yeah.
wolf moon, worm moon, fucking snow moon,
Yeah,
like one of
something
those.
like that.
Yeah, they name them all as they come out. Yeah.
Right.
So this is also known as the milk moon or the harvest moon, or the corn moon.
Yeah.
We started doing a little bit of research into it. My girlfriend's actually really into this kind of stuff, so she was kind of excited to see me interested in this. It's kind of about like shedding old energy, moving into a new light, kind of hippie stuff.
Yeah.
It's also about there's colors involved, and there's a lot that we can kind of play on with the dinner. Amber was one of the colors that's supposed to be associated with the flower moon. So we
rebirth.
we were like, looking at amber. What is amber? Amber is fossilized tree resin, you know? So that's a cool idea. So then we're like, all right, how do we do that? And they're like, we do a dessert. We're trying to make amber. We're going to do an amber dessert. So it's going to look like, fossilized tree resin, but it, will be like a gel or an orb or something like that. And
We had so many ideas that we were just throwing around.
Yeah.
It
yeah,
was
just all
text
brainstorming.
messages after
So-
text messages and fucking, dude, it was not stopping.
So this is going to
it's
be this is going to be like a 4 series because you're going to do it at every one of your guys' restaurants.
Yeah.
That's sick. I love shit like that.
I think the idea too is.
Well, we're not going to stop at 4. We're
one.
just
No,
going to
no.
Keep going, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
the thing is, like, do you guys know of anything that's happened like that recently? I don't.
I mean, I know pop-ups.
People have pop-ups, one and done.
But you don't see.
Or it's like a Cook and the Bear type thing where they do it for a whole year and they're like, people love this so much, we need to make the restaurant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you guys are going to go, you guys have 4 different restaurants involved with you, and you can like revolve through those restaurants and do these different like dinners, and like that's like a sign of somebody that actually gives a shit.
Yeah.
Like, as a dude that wants to write about food, go look at food and eat food, like, I see something like that going on and I'm instantly pulled to it. You know what I mean? It's not just like, it might be like a cool dinner, like we're doing a themed dinner. It's like something like that. Like, I love shit like that. For me, that, like, I don't drink, for something like that, that's like my like vacation. That's like,
Yeah, I don't drink either.
That's where I go to get loose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm having so many desserts that I pass out when I piss at night. I'll tell you that story later on.
Drive your girlfriend home.
But no, I think that what sets it apart though is that you do get pop-up dinners and you get person A going to restaurant B and A and B cook together.
Yep.
When are you going to see 4 chefs?
I've never.
The collaboration of 4 minds. I mean, you kind of really can't lose. You're tasting something. This person says it needs acid. This person agrees. Well,
Yep.
it needs acid. Mm-hmm. But you get 4 palates, 4 minds coming up with a tasting menu that, I mean, it's just.
I think the
gonna be
last thing
insane.
similar, I had actually gone to the James Beard House to eat the, was it Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, Tyler's thing with a bunch of people from Top Chef.
Yep.
And stuff like that. So it was, similar kind of thing, but it was at, James Beard House, one time kind of thing. That dinner was awesome.
Oh,
I loved
yeah.
it.
How could it not be?
And the first thing we got was like the 3 different porridges from 3 chefs, and that was the best thing.
That's
That was
awesome.
the best thing we ate.
That's very cool. Was that the first time you had ever been there?
I had cooked there with Tyler and the community table
Okay.
gang, and a few other people.
That's awesome. I cooked there once
Yeah.
with David Bazargan from Bambara. And he used to he used to cook at a restaurant called Dirty Habit in D.C. and San Francisco. And I don't cook. Like, he knows I know how food looks on a plate, and I can plate stuff. But they were making me do shit that I was like, they're putting a little bit of faith in me right now. I could really fuck something up. And I did a really good job, dude. I was so, and like, I to this day, I always think, I'm like, you gave me something to do that I'll never have. Like, you know, there's a lot of chefs that'll never be able to go there, and you gave some fucking weirdo, some tattooed fucking loud weirdo a chance to go and do that. I had a fucking
every chef.
Yeah,
no, now
just described every single chef.
in 2018 now, yeah.
That's how you start.
Yeah.
Tattooed weirdo.
Yeah, it was fucking dope, dude. Yeah, you'll probably be back there again. I know, like, they're very picky and they only pick like cool shit. You know what I mean? You're never gonna go there and like eat a plate from someone that's bland, or the food is like just like some basic shit. Like, the people that like vet the people coming in for that stuff are really, really know what they're doing.
Yeah, the James Beard House is definitely something we want to try and get in and do that. When I was eating the dinner, I was actually sitting with a couple of the people that organize the dinners and stuff like that. And I was sitting with one of the girls from Top Chef, too, and she's starting to do her own pop-up things and stuff like that now. And they had actually, you know, got to talking, and I was telling them, I just started my own restaurant, this and that, you know, kind of being lackadaisical about it. And they're like, oh, you got to come here and do a dinner, you know. And I was, you know, a little hesitant. You know, I definitely want to go back and do that, but you know, I'm still building a restaurant. I'm still building a strong team, and
Keep
literally,
those fucking contacts, dude. You
Yeah.
never know. You never know, dude. They might be like hurting one day, like shit, like, you know, we need someone for this month or something. They just fucking, the dudes from Goldbergers fucking cooked there
No.
like a couple times. Yeah. They brought him in for some, like, I don't know if it was like a burger theme thing, but they cooked with somebody.
it's a
Yeah.
very chill atmosphere.
Yo, it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And the people that are there are
like an
just a
old
bunch
house
of
and-
weird, like, not rich people, but they're all foodies.
Yeah.
And it's not like you're cooking for some fucking pompous asshole. Like, they're there. They get the chef life. They know that what goes on, and they're just there to eat the food. It's not like you're fucking, like, catering to some asshole that's going to fucking, let me speak to your manager. Like, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude, that's awesome. And I really think that if you guys keep doing what you're doing, you could fucking do that. And I would fucking go there. Xavier, you pulled the mic over to you. You wanted to say something.
If it's gonna be a resistant dinner, now we know we're counting you to plate.
Are
you coming up?
Yo, bro, I'll clear my fucking calendar right now. Quit my job. Dude, that's fucking awesome. So you got this dinner coming up. Like, I know that you're still pulling the menu together because it's not really like totally dialed in, but what can I count on to see on that menu?
Canapes, a few courses, dessert.
Yeah, the first course is going to be pretty much 4 bites by 4 chefs. So we're each going to do a bite, and that's going to be the first course as a collaboration. Dessert will be a collaboration. We're probably going to do something like a vegetable course, fish course, meat course, pasta. You know, very classic kind of French style, but
Cool.
the food will be, you know,
Modern
innovative.
flavors,
Yeah.
modern techniques.
Very cool. Very cool. I'm psyched.
We kind of just want this to be a thing where people love food, want to come and eat whatever. And, you know, I don't want to look at a menu when I go out to eat. You know, I just want to,
Say chef cook.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. Cook for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
let me know what you want to bring out. So how, let's say if somebody listening would like want to go to this, how can they get a ticket or like get a reservation? Would they just be calling Trattoria Toscana and making the reservation, or do you guys got
exactly.
like
Yeah, call Trattoria Toscana.
you're just
and-
calling there?
And you just tell them you want tickets to the Resistance Dinner.
Okay, cool.
And we'll put you right in the book.
Cool. That's very cool.
It is selling out fast. So.
Like,
This will come out tomorrow morning. So, you know, I'm sure, like, you know, if somebody didn't know about it and they would like to be into something like that,
Yeah.
they would probably call right away.
Well, call the restaurant, or if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, whatever, send us a message, and we'll save the seat or whatnot. But it's best if you call the restaurant, just so we could have you in the computer and make sure.
We only have 40
What's
seats
going on?
available.
40
so-
seats
yeah,
available.
we're not doing 41.
And it's one seating
That's it.
for the whole night. What time does it start?
6:30
What time you think it'll go to?
till it's over.
One-
that was the most aggressive ending.
1:30 a.m. rolls
Dude,
around.
your face was so dead straight, too. Like, till it's over.
He's been practicing that all week. That's amazing.
It'll probably be 2 hours.
2.5. I'd say probably 2.5,
Yeah.
3.
Cool. Yeah.
I mean,
We don't want to rush people.
No.
You know, we're not.
no, it's gonna be it's gonna be an experience. It's not gonna be a dinner. This is gonna be an experience. It's gonna be
This is something we wanted to go eat at. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Instead,
exactly.
we're doing the
That's
cooking.
always,
You know, like,
that's always the best when chefs come up with that, because you're gonna get, and it's on a Tuesday night. You're
On a Tuesday.
catering for other chef people in the industry to come. You know, it's not like
That
a
was kind
Friday
of the
night.
point, yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna work out. That's gonna be awesome.
I mean, we are hoping we get a lot of support from like the local chefs and social media people to come by and show support. You know.
yo. If we
Because-
don't see you in Connecticut there, I'm gonna be mad.
Oh, they
Janie,
coming. They
get your
coming.
ass over there.
They coming.
We will. I'll help you spread it out. I know a couple people that would like to go to something like that. You
I
guys.
mean, it's important to us, and it's important to the community of chefs, and chefs, line cooks, bartenders, whatever, anybody in the industry, because we're doing something to move the industry forward in Connecticut. So it's only fair to show us support as much as you show other people support.
Cool. Definitely. Like, why not? Like, I don't think if there's people out there that aren't doing that and like opening a restaurant to like be like, this is my fucking town and I'm gonna fucking take it over, they don't last.
Nope.
And that's the thing I think we're doing in Manchester that's crazy. I know you know Chef Ben from Bistro Maine. You got Cavies, you got ABC Burger, right, the Doro Company. Like, I think Manchester's starting to become like a town you go out to eat.
I really want to go to Bistro on Main. I haven't been, and I had been here 2 weeks ago, and we like went down the best of Connecticut magazine, like
Yes.
the thing. Yeah, his menu is sick, and it's classic French. I would love to go up there. I've eaten at Cabby's, both top and bottom, a bunch of times, but I need to get back because I haven't been to the French side in a long time. I've eaten at the Italian restaurant a bunch, but I haven't been to the French one in a minute, and I know that fucking menu's sick.
No, we trying to do some cool things. Like I was talking to Ben actually, and we're trying to, I don't know, maybe in the next month or so, we're gonna try to get together with the Chamber of Commons and do maybe like a taste of Manchester or something like that. You know, they have the Hartford one and West Hartford and Farmington and all that stuff.
Why not do a Manchester one?
Well, there wasn't enough restaurants. Now I think we have a restaurant community that is established and it has good names and people that actually give a fuck behind it.
They do, and well, shit. There's a lot of good restaurants up there now, and like now that you got that spot, it's just like shit. Where did I used to eat when I would go to Manchester? I've been to fucking Ketchup and Mustard more times than I want to, more times than I want to admit. You know,
Busters and
yeah, Dave and Buster's.
it was delicious. Let me tell you.
Both Cabbies. Like, I still got to go to Ben's restaurant. Yo, you know where I used to go when I was doing my associate's degree? I used to sneak away and go to fucking Indigo.
Oh, okay.
The Indian restaurant.
Yep.
Yo, their fucking lunchtime fucking like buffet, dude. Like there's like Indian restaurants you go around here. They are kind of like one peg above. Like they're doing something different. It's really good if you like Indian.
Yeah.
But like if like you should get those dudes involved
love
somehow.
Indian food.
Yeah, me
dude.
too.
Like
So good.
there's Indian food that every town has, and then there's like a peg above, and I think those dudes are like that. And then Prasad's restaurant in
Yo,
Blueback
it's amazing.
is like another level.
Oh, yeah, that
the guy's
restaurant
brilliant.
is awesome.
Have you been?
Yeah.
So
No,
good.
And Prasad himself. He's
So good.
fucking great.
I love
He's
that
hilarious.
guy. I think I'm gonna have him on before the month's done. I was talking to him. I just got to figure out a day.
You should.
He's a fucking.
He'll be a riot.
He's a riot, dude. He's the best. I love
can
him.
cook.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's a master. He's a fucking master. And that shit is hard. Like, we know he's Indian, you know what I mean? But just that oh shit, that type of, just, like, I was watching him make naan one night, and, like, how they stick it inside that fucking barrel and, like, cook it on the walls of
Tandoori
it.
ovens.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? And he'd, like, bring me back there and show me everything. I'm just like, this is on another fucking level. And then he's got just, like, a gang of dudes, like, putting things and spices and fucking plating and stuff. That's cool to me. I really
And I
fucking
tell you,
really appreciate that stuff.
That oven is no joke.
No way,
I
dude.
cooked
It's
it.
Yeah, you
crazy.
cooked the Blue Hubbard in there, right?
I cooked it, with fucking Roy from Mercado.
Yep.
By the way, Roy, I fucking love you.
We all love Roy.
Dude, like, it was one of the most intense we did together. Like, and it's funny because it was a good competition, but that was like, it felt more like cooking with your boy and just having a great time on a busy fucking rush.
Yeah, he's fun, dude. Like he's not gonna like cool guy you or try to be some
no.
like fucking boss chef. Like he's cool.
That
man.
was the one the one of the. I mean, all the battles were good and they were fun, but with Roy it was just like shit. We're gonna cook. We're gonna have some fucking fun and see what happens, right? Mm-hmm. But got to cook there and use that kitchen and all those spices. It was definitely intense. Like
It's like you can walk into any kitchen, like maybe all your guys' restaurants, and you got these staples and you have these things that all of them are gonna have. You walk in there and you're like, what the fuck is that?
Exactly.
How do you say that? You know what I mean? And it's like another level of cooking. And the thing is, like, we live in America. We know what the fucking food is that's American food, but then you can also have those. There's a French restaurant, there's an Italian restaurant, there's this restaurant, and they're cooking those places here in America. But now motherfuckers are going beyond that. Like when I see dudes that have like been trained classic chefs in America go and start cooking like their take on Japanese food, that's when shit gets crazy.
Yeah.
But you can do it. Like those dudes down at Kawani. You ever eat down there?
No.
Or like Jessup Hall or any of those places, the Welk, those dudes,
heard about it, never
the
been.
Tybee brothers or whatever, that shit is on another fucking level. That shit's super cool, you know what I mean? Because the minute you think that there's nothing left, like you can't do anything,
They do it.
go and try to fucking be an American person cooking Japanese food, and there will be no end to it, you know what I mean? That shit does not end. I still have to get down there to the Jessup Hall restaurant, but that shit is sick. Look it up. You would fucking love it.
remember, I forgot the fucking name. Up here, in front of the Bombay Indian restaurant, the bar that used to be there, the bar.
Bombay Olive?
Yeah, no, right here used to be the IHOP.
Yep.
So remember, in front of it used to be a Chinese restaurant / Japanese years ago before it was what it was.
Dude, you're bringing me back.
No, but back in the days.
No, I don't know.
I used to go there, and the bartender used to be Kaz from Koji in downtown.
Okay.
Been to Koji.
Yep.
And I used to go there and get drunk all the time. It was like awesome. And one day I'm like, dude, like I want to learn how to do Japanese and this shit. And he's like, well, they don't let you they won't let you in the kitchen.
They won't.
I'm
yeah.
like, the fuck? Why? I'm a cook. And no, everybody back there is Chinese, Japanese. Not even the dishwashers are Spanish. I'm like, you serious?
Yeah.
So I kept pushing and bothering and pushing and bothering. And I just show up. One day I showed up. I'm like, yo, can you please just let me do it? You know what I mean? So they said no. And I ended up going to Koji in downtown. And Tuan, the owner, he was like, you really want to do this shit? I'm like, yeah. Just fucking put me there. I don't give a fuck. I mean, if I get fucking torture, I'll do it. And there's nothing worse than getting cussed out. Like,
By an Asian dude?
yeah, because you don't know what
In a language you don't understand?
Yo, you're like, what the fuck? He just saying, he probably was giving me compliments. I don't fucking know, but I'm like,
He called you like
thank
40.
you motherfucker.
He called you 40 things in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm like, holy shit. But dude, I wanted to learn how to do that kind of food. I went there, I did it, I learned it.
That's
for
awesome.
free on my, my day off that I had maybe 8 hours left. To like probably I could have slept, and I went there and learned that.
We used
But
to do.
that's how you create levels and like a repertoire of like flavors and how to develop a style per se.
Speaking of that, I had a moment of like rebirth in this community and faith in our industry people that there's like actual line cooks out there, actual people that have passion. I had a kid come through my door today at like 10:30 in the morning, and my hostess comes up to me. She's like, "Chef, you got some kid Ben at the door for you." I'm like, I don't have a stash today. I don't have an interview set up. Like, all right. She's like, yeah, he says he knows you. So I walk up there, and it's one of the line cooks from Present Company. I went in there the other night and had a beer, like late night after he's closed. Like I wasn't there for food. I just, want to stop in and say what's up. Mm-hmm. And just all respect to Jeff. He's always like, yo, we're closed, right? I'm like, Jeff, dude, stop. Like, I know you're closed, bro.
I just want a beer.
Yeah. So I'm there, and one of the line cooks introduced myself, et cetera, et cetera. And so he comes in and he's like, Chef, real quick, I just want to, I got a quick question for you. I'm working the grill at Present Company, and I just finished up, and I got to let you know, I'm not as 100% confident as I'd like to be on that grill with my temperatures. Is there any opportunity, any way that you would afford me the ability to come in here and work on your grill alongside somebody else for free so I can get myself to be better? I looked at him, I said, absolutely not, but I'll pay you.
Amazing.
I think
But
I
I'll
know who
pay
you're
you,
talking
because
about. I
you
think
know
I used
what?
to work with it.
That's what I'm talking about. That is
Yeah.
passion for our industry. And you know what? That kid right there, I looked him dead in the face. I go, "Are you gonna burn yourself out?" He goes, well, "Yeah." I go, "Good.
Yeah.
That means you're gonna be a chef one day."
That's awesome. Fuck
Like
yeah.
that just it made my day. Like I was so tired. I worked 18 hours yesterday, got 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah,
Back
you
in the
guys all
restaurant
got
at 5.
murdered on Mother's Day.
Oh, you
huh?
should look at our faces. I mean,
I know.
Literally got 3 hours of sleep, and this kid walks through the door, and I was like, "This is now worth it." Like that's the kind of thing that makes it worth it.
That's cool, man. That's very cool.
Awesome.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
What else? What else could we hit on? What else you guys want to talk about?
Yo, I'm tired.
I know Xavier's got something.
Remember, so you had that thing about the CT. Was it CT? What is it? The one you guys broke it down. What was it? CT now.
The Best of Hartford 2018.
Oh yeah.
So what's the other one that's the readers one is a different one, right?
The readers poll thing.
Yeah.
I saw people like they're still voting, so I think that's a different like I don't know what the difference is. Is that for CT now or like the
I think
current
it's
or
CT
something?
now. I'm not 100.
They got them
It's
up
like a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah, mine was the Hartford Magazine Best of.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's the real one.
But the things you see what's on those things.
No,
right?
that was.
It's weird.
I mean, I don't know if they heard your podcast and they have the new one out because in the new one they have like they have all the right restaurants in there.
Like everything that I said
Yeah.
should be there.
I mean, I think they have all the right restaurants, the right coffee shops, and like
Maybe they are going on a different like way to judge. Because I tell you right now, like that the Best of Hartford Magazine shit, like when you walk into a place and it's like a gym, like my gym that I go to, Big Sky, Best of 2014, 2015, 2016. You know why? Because they have a fucking laptop set up at the fucking place where you get your protein shakes, and it has a little book to tell you how to log in and vote for them. So if someone's doing that, they're gonna win. But like you're it's like you're a bad politician. You're asking somebody to like put the vote in. What if somebody just wanted to do it themselves? Then you would have these honest votes. You know what I mean? And that's why I brought Ben here. That's why I brought Sarah from fucking for Story and Soil, and fucking who's my fuck? Why am I fucking shit in the bed?
it was
Who's the fourth person?
Roy's-
Oh yeah,
it was-
Roy's
it was
wife.
Roy's
Yeah,
wife.
Heather. And I needed people real.
Roy's wife.
I forgot her name.
Heather Riedel. I needed people that knew what the fuck they were talking about, because if I did that by myself, people would have been like,
Yeah, but that's your opinion.
he's an asshole, you know what I mean? Like, and that's his opinion. But like, I had people that all work in
Back it
those
up.
venues to be like, yeah, that was probably fucked up, and give their 2 cents on it. So it kind of gave it a little validity. But yeah, it's very weird, man. It's just like, I think there's some payment stuff that goes in and some sponsorship stuff that happens
Oh,
to
definitely.
kind of like move it around. But like, back in the day, like the Advocate shit, like that's the
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
old. It's not the Advocate now, but it's like the readers poll was like the one where like you really voted. Like, it's hard, man. Everybody knows what the best is around here if you ask. You know what I mean? But like Dunkin' Donuts, best coffee, like
Yeah.
Yo,
that's just
Dude,
like,
that was a slap in
bro,
the
you
face.
live in
man.
New England.
Story and Soil, and I don't know if you guys been, but I just recently did like a little pop-up charity event there for Hunger, Connecticut, and dude, they're so genuine and nice
they're
people.
such
and
dope people.
They know everything about coffee. Like if you ask them a question, it's almost like a chef. They know
Come on.
how to cook, where it came from. They know the beans.
They know the
how to
fucking
roast it.
elevation that the
Temperatures.
motherfucking beans are grown at.
Capital Ave.
Story and Soil. All right, so you say you're getting off the exit to go to a Firebox.
All right.
So you take a right off the exit, and instead of taking a left right there to go to Firebox, you go straight through the light, and it's right there on the left. You know where Little River Restorative
River.
is?
Oh, yeah.
It's that same building, just the other end of the
Oh
building.
yeah. No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's these people. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, it's the best
Definitely.
coffee. The best coffee in Hartford. The
Hands down.
best
They know what
coffee
they're
in
doing.
Hartford.
I know where
Which is-
I'm
which
going
is-
later.
Dude, get the fucking coffee tonic. They'll take tonic water, they'll put 2 shots of espresso in there, and then squeeze a lemon on the top. I'm telling you right now, sounds gross. This is my summer drink now. They
So-
told me to get it when they're like, here, you want this? And I was like, how are you gonna put fucking like soda coffee? Like, that's gonna be gross. And I took it. I was like,
So what they're doing at Little River with cocktails, they're doing.
just think it's that kind of caliber of a coffee shop.
awesome.
Because like the Little
I mean,
River
it makes
guys.
sense. Coffee's acidic.
yeah.
If you don't.
Yeah.
The Little River
Cover
guys
up
are
with fat
doing
and
they're
sugar.
doing that cocktail shit to the utmost top tier shit. And those people on the other end of the building are doing that coffee shit to the utmost top tier shit. like Give in Canton.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they get their beans from them. You know, it's the same kind of like, it's the same tier of shit. You know what I mean?
And they do the whole designs. They know how to foam a coffee the proper way. Like
You walk in there and it
It's a
just
technique.
looks cool. Like
Oh, yeah.
the way
It's
they
always-
put
it's
it
always
together. They got pastries and shit. They don't make stuff there, but I think they got a couple sandwiches you could get. But it's just like I was telling her, I was like, you walk in here and you do not feel like you're in Hartford. You feel like you're in a much bigger, forward-thinking city. Like I walk in there and I think I'm in like fucking like San Francisco or LA or something. It's
Exactly.
very weird. It's very weird. And then you walk on and you're like, oh, I'm
shit.
I'm still on,
I really am in Hartford.
I'm still on Capitol Ave. Fuck.
Hartford
has it.
And then you go 2 blocks in the back, and then you're in just the hood of the hood.
Oh, yeah.
I love that area. I love that area.
Babcock.
So right
that's
at home.
it. Get a coffee, drink, and go to Babcock.
And it's crazy. Yeah. And it's crazy because Firebox has flourished in the same area. Like, and that's like the outskirts of the biggest hood in Hartford.
Yeah.
And then they got the Billings Forge building where they're doing like food fucking classes and like they got all their charity events going on. Like I've lived in this city since 1998 and I've been all over. And I've been a different person when you would see me in that area of the town as a different person back like 10 years ago. But like
Hey,
I've
you wear
seen,
shirt and tie every day, right?
Oh yeah. I've seen the city like take such a turn, especially with food, and it's really cool. And I know like, where do you live?
I live in Enfield now. I was in West Hartford for years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you live in
West Suffield.
West Suffield.
I'm out in Woodbury.
Woodbury is very cool. I like that. And you're living in Manchester, Xavier?
I live in Hartford.
You live in Hartford. Whereabouts?
It's like Hartford, Newington area.
Down. You're my
It's
neighbor.
like no, I'm like literally like 5 minutes from the.
So then why were you an hour late?
Okay.
I was a neighbor. I was picking up my
He's
daughter.
the dad.
I mean,
He's allowed to be late.
Actually, you know, I was stuck next to his restaurant. You know, they do the construction on the hill.
Oh, yeah.
I was stuck there for at least 30 minutes.
You sound like
Oh,
a line
that-
cook with an
man.
excuse.
That
no excuses, never.
dude, what are you talking about? What is that? The Route 4, like that turn right there. They've been working on that since
So
before
fucking-
I was
yeah.
fucking
Dude,
born.
They
Yeah,
don't even go that way. I was
it's crazy.
I'm like, and my daughter's school is like 5 minutes from his job, and every morning I have to go leave my house like at 6:30, 6:45, so I could sit in traffic for 45 minutes in that corner, so
Yo.
I could get her to school on time.
Yo, try
This is
getting
horrible.
try leaving your work and getting off that exit, and it's already stopped. Like
Yeah.
sometimes they can't even
Oh,
go.
yeah.
through. The light doesn't even work because they're backing it all the way up onto the highway. That shit's crazy. They wanted to make that street go over that hill, but that's like a historical fucking the museum, and they couldn't connect it all the way through, and they have to fucking go around. That shit used to be a car dealership back in the day.
Yeah.
You know,
In the corner, yep.
Yeah, that place is
We're
crazy.
talking about traffic patterns.
I know what the fuck's happening. Right now? A bunch of civil
Yo,
engineers.
resistance center and traffic patterns. It's get weird.
All right, well, gentlemen, we made it just about an hour. I think we all did really well for fucking 5 fucking loud voices on one podcast.
Is this the most people you've had on here at one time?
I do believe so, yeah. I believe, yeah, because someone doesn't have a mic, and I just bought a mic a couple weeks ago to do that the Hartford Magazine thing. So this is the
Okay.
most people I've ever had on. Yeah, and I'm not
Nice.
gonna ever do it again. You guys are unique. I'm not
didn't
doing
enjoy
it for
your first
anybody.
5-way? Come on.
Yeah, 5-way. That's just messy. So
complicated.
Tuesday, May 29th, Trattoria Toscana. Get your tickets by calling Trattoria Toscana. What's the number, Xavier? Do you know it by heart?
Nope.
Nope. Call 411. Google it.
Yeah, Google it.
Google it. Trattoria Toscana in Manchester. It's gonna be a fucking sick dinner, and if you want to know how it tastes, I'll be writing about it maybe a week and a half afterwards. So
Yes.
that'll be very cool. Pull it. You got it right there. Tell them the number.
860-783-5888. We are closed during the day, so leave a voicemail if obviously the voicemail picks up. We'll
What are-
call you right back.
What are restaurant hours?
We open at 4. 4 to close.
4 to close,
So 4
okay.
to when it's over.
Till it's done.
Very cool.
Yep. I'll make a T-shirt and that's it.
Mike the Tarantula.
Talk to me, Goose.
I like this new nickname.
Yeah,
This is gonna stick. I hope you know that now.
You better Bayleaf it.
Carlos Perez, Sean Butler, and Xavier Santiago. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for being chefs that actually give a fuck and making good food. And I believe the people that are listening will fucking say the same that I'm going to say to you. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'm sure there will be a lot more for you guys to put out there in the future. You fucking look like you all just graduated high school. Like, what do you guys do? Like, tell me about your skincare fucking products that you're using, like, because I look like shit.
Fryer oil.
Yeah, fit in a hot
A
restaurant.
lot of fryer oil, a lot of fucking olive oil. That's
We all
awesome.
probably have a layer of grease on us at some point.
At some point, you mean right now?
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ben.
You got it.